Beal. And not saying that Bam doesn't have that type of talent. That's just not his role at that time of the game.
All right, we'll go back to overtime in Miami in a couple of moments. Zion Mania. There's other guys playing tonight, including Patty Mills. 27-21. Zion 0 for 1 from the field tonight. He has 1 assist. He's on the bench right now. Keep you up to speed on how Zion is doing once he checks back in, plus updates from all the other games. Russell Westbrook putting together a nice game. We'll show you some video of that in a few moments. But now out to the final 20 seconds of overtime in Miami. Eric Reed and John Crotty live on Crunch Time.
To their most reliable free throw shooter, who just happens to be 15 for 16 in the game and 6 for 6 here in the overtime.
Yeah, that's why they also took Dragic, I thought, off the ball there. They want to give him the opportunity to maybe catch and be able to get to the free throw line.
Oh my.
Wow, this is such a big one here, Eric. Jimmy needs to convert this one to make it a 3-point game and protect at least the opportunity for Miami not to lose the game. Wizards have a timeout. They can call time, or they may just run it right off, make or miss, to try to confuse Miami's defense. And it looks like they're going to go. I'm looking at Coach Scotty Brooks. He's waving his hand like we're going to go.
Butler makes the second. It's a 3-point Heat lead with 19 seconds left in overtime. This is Bradley Beal. He'll shoot the 3. Miss it. And it goes over the top with 10.3 left. Well, your best shooter got a clean look to tie the game in this make or miss world of the NBA. Beal misses.
He stepped back, but he stepped back so far, I think it might have thrown his balance off a little bit. But boy, no Heat player around him. Really good look. You can't believe it. Heat need to get it inbounds. They have no timeouts here.
Beal 2 of 8 from downtown in tonight's game.
Gotta meet the ball. None of this lob over the top stuff.
Into Dragic, tight ropes the end line, gets it ahead to none with 7 seconds left, and we get a foul. Stops the clock with 7.3 seconds left. So much has happened through the course of this game, including Tyler Herro setting a rookie Heat record with 7 made threes, besting the former mark set by Mario Chalmers in the 08-09 season, and Sasha Danilovic, who did it in the 95-96 season. Both of those players made 6 threes in a game. As a rookie, Tyler Herro, you're now in the Heat record book.
This is rookie section. This is an interesting timeout right here by Coach Scotty Brooks. I don't know why he would take this. This doesn't make sense right now. I don't understand what's going on, because they have no more timeouts. They're down 3, and with Kendrick being at the free throw line, they have the opportunity.
All right, while we have a timeout, we'll step aside for a moment. Back to Miami in a second. Here's what's going on in Phoenix.
There's a little pass by Ricky Rubio.
We're at the half there, 54-48. Indiana leads it right now. Got 12 points apiece for T.J. Warren and Sabonis. T.J. Warren taking on his former team. Devin Booker, 14 points, 6 of 6 from the free throw line tonight. Russell Westbrook, before we get you back out to Miami, putting together one of his better nights of the season.
Hello, one of your favorite players. I know you love to watch this guy play. Walk us through the highlights, Jared.
Russell tonight, 28 points, 16 rebounds, 8 assists. Needed 25 shots to get those 28 points.
Oh, that's ferocious right there, though. Nice dunk. You see the change of speed going down the lane. Russ attacking the basket. Man, you think he's not hyped for this?
I ain't a lip reader, but he just said, how you like that?
Yeah, I think he did.
How you like that?
How you like me now?
The James Harden three-point watch. He's 2 for 6 tonight after going 1 for 17 the other night. Again, keep in mind for Denver, no Harris, no Millsap, no Murray, no Plumlee, no Porter tonight for the underman, to say the least, Denver Nuggets. They're down big with under 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. All right, we're taking a look at the replay, and let's listen into the thoughts of Eric Reed and John Crotty live on Crunch Time.
18 seasons now. As you see what they're looking at, did Dragic step out of bounds or not, and is it conclusive or not?
I'll tell you, that is so hard. It's got to be conclusive, to your point, even if it looks close. And the angles are not, they're so distant, Eric, you can't see that tight.
And John, white sneakers on a white line makes it even harder to discern.
That's why I always wore white sneakers.
Really?
No. the hand check's right there, though. I mean, to me, the foul. So look, if the foul's before the.
All right, well, they see whether Dragic was inbounds or out of bounds. Show you what's happening in Chicago. The other night, Lowry Markkanen 0 for 7 from downtown. Markkanen, again, he's 4 of 9, 21 points from Markkanen. Bulls had been up by 19. Minnesota came all the way back, and now Chicago leads it 104 to 100. You guys are digging this music, huh?
Hey, listen,
Hey, man.
Is that your dance? Do your dance.
Good
do your
little
dance.
first time
Do your
dance.
dance.
Good little groove, man. Good little groove, man.
Karl Anthony Towns is up to 33 points. Before we go back out to Miami, they're underway in San Francisco. Draymond Green. Who said the mid-range is dead?
You think he meant to bank that?
Absolutely.
I don't think he called that one. Not the bank from the top of the key.
All right, updates to come from what's happening in San Francisco, plus throughout the half in Phoenix. So we'll get you out there in a moment. More Zion updates to come. At the end of one quarter, San Antonio leads the Pelicans 31-24. But now to overtime action, where we're trying to see whether Goran Dragic was out of bounds right there. We'll see what the ruling is.
I think they fouled him first.
I guess so. So now Eric Reed and John Crotty on the mic with Miami up 132 to 129.
Right there puts the game out of reach, but makes it a two-possession game, which is huge. This would be nice extra padding here for Miami. A lot of time left for the Wizards. The problem is, by taking that challenge, they've given away their final timeout. They have to go full court, which will take up a lot of clock.
Dragic makes them both. 5-point lead. 9 seconds left in overtime. This is Bradley Beal with 5. Bertans juggles with 3. Fires it up with 2. Misses it. And the Heat stay perfect in overtime. They go to 8-0 in overtime games. And they are 31-13 on the season. A season best. 18 games above 500. The Heat are now 20-1 at home. Continue to have the league's best home record.
Eric Reed really summing it up for us. Miami has won 9 straight at home. And as he mentioned, 8-0 in overtime. The Heat are the only team since the 02-03 Detroit Pistons to start the season 8-0 in overtime. Heat win at 134 to 129. Andrew Wiggins, he's got 25 points. Maybe he's snapped out of it a little bit here. And Minnesota is within 1. We'll take you live to Chicago coming up when Crunch Time continues. It has just happened. Zion Williamson, after missing his first shot in the NBA, took a second shot. And here it is from Zion. His first bucket as a pro. You'll probably see that for years to come.
Little putback for the big fella.
Yeah. So Zion Williamson and the Pelicans trail right now 39-28. Zion 2 points on 1 of 2. We'll get updates from there. Now live to Chicago. Let's listen in for a little bit to Neil Funk and Stacey King live on Crunch Time.
7 left. Lowry thought about it. Hands to Zach, who does and scores. Zach Levine buries one.
Again, Zach, no pressure whatsoever. Just raises up, guy goes underneath the screen, makes him pay.
Napier, hands one, Covington. Oh, wow. Can't get to it. Napier threw a terrible pass, and Covington couldn't retrieve it. It's out of bounds, turned over to the Bulls.
I'd say Covington should have, he went out and tried to catch it with one hand and nonchalantly went off his hands.
Maybe the
that's
pass
his
wasn't
fault.
as bad.
Yeah, that's his
right.
fault.
It wasn't as bad a pass as it looked from here. Zach rising again, missing that one.
Not a good shot. Not a good shot.
55 seconds left. 111, 108. Bulls. Towns and Wiggins. Wiggins to Towns. To Napier. Way off. And the rebound to Sato ahead of Chris Dunn. Dunn hands to Zach. 29 seconds left. 11 to shoot. Zach accelerates right on in.
Smart play by Zach Levine. They had a foul to give, but smart play by Zach LaVine that time not to settle for a jump shot. Understand the situation, get something going to the rim.
The second on Covington. And neither team has a foul together. They're saying that Zach was in the act of shooting. Two shots coming. Obi White comes out. LaVine makes the first. So 26 seconds essentially left to play, and now the Bulls up 4. Well, Zach's giving them a little breathing room with a 3 and then a free throw.
Zach's going for his 25th point game of the season.
And a timeout taken by Minnesota. We'll be back.
All right, we'll get you back out to Chicago after they resume play. Marquise Chris for Golden State. They trail Utah right now, 17-12. Sekou Smith, Jared Greenberg with you live on Crunch Time, Sekou.
Marquise Chris, what goes up
Must come down.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're going to get you back out to Chicago here. The Bulls blown a 19-point lead to Minnesota. It's been Karl Anthony Towns having a big offensive showing in this one. He's got 38 points. And Andrew Wiggins has 25 points. And Zach LaVine, one of the better fourth quarter performers, up to 25 after those free throws.
That's what all these Wednesday night blown leads, Jared.
It's the theme of the night.
I know. We thought this was a Zion LeBron night. It's turned out to be something totally different.
No question. All right, so we welcome you back into our studio here as we take you through the night in the NBA, a 12-game night around the association. We'll get you back out live to Chicago for the final 25.6 seconds here. Zach LaVine and the Bulls have lost 9 of 12. Meanwhile, Minnesota Timberwolves have lost 6 in a row here, Sekou, and this will be another punch to the gut here for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, especially on a night when you get this kind of production out of Karl Anthony Towns and Wiggins. You figure if those two guys can play at a high level, you got a chance to win, but Minnesota's just missing something. It's been missing all season, Jared, whether it's a body or just that kind of mean streak that you got to have to finish games. They've been inconsistent all year long, and it just plagues them once again.
All right, more Zion updates to come as the Spurs lead the Pelicans 43-28. Zion has 2 points so far. Back out to Neil Funk and Stacey King for the final few seconds here in the fourth quarter. Chicago and Minnesota live on Crunch Time.
In the first half, they fought back. They actually took the lead here in the second half. And then give the Bulls credit for not unraveling. They hung in there and got good play off their bench. Zach came up with some big shots.
Well, they got 56 points in the paint, which you like to see. I mean, they got to be somewhere in that, without having Gafford and Wendell Carter Jr., 56 points. That means they were attacking. They went to the free throw line 34 times. They shot 33-point shots, but that's a lot better number for them compared to when they shot the other night against Milwaukee.
Now Minnesota gets a timeout with 17.8 left, and we'll return in a minute.
All right, stoppage there, 115-108. I want to update you on more injuries that are happening around the NBA tonight. As we'll get you back out to Chicago here in a second. Malcolm Brogdon has just left the game in Indiana with a laceration. And TJ McConnell is going to get the start for Indiana. Malcolm Brogdon has been in and out of the lineup this year with a back injury, then strep throat kept him out of the lineup. So we'll continue to watch this and see what the update is from Phoenix, as right now the Pacers lead at 60-50. That's not good news there, Sig.
Laceration. Where? That's the question.
Well, we're going to see if we can get the video here tonight and find out what happened to Malcolm Brogdon in that game where Indiana looking to bounce back. They had a rough one the other night against the Utah Jazz, where you really saw the Jazz impose their will.
Yeah, the Jazz is one of you're talking about a group that will go out there and grind you up, and then they're protecting that rim a lot, like Indiana wants to, but they got Rudy Gobert back there protecting the rim for Utah. It's a tough night, and if you're Indiana, you're still waiting to get Victor Oladipo back to see exactly what you've got, Jared. But they've done a really good job getting to this point. fighting, grinding, doing whatever they can to stay in that mix in the Eastern Conference playoff chase. But they know they're getting a guy back that's an all-star that can give them a real boost.
1 year ago tomorrow, Victor Oladipo went down with a ruptured right quad tendon. 1 week from today, he's expected to make his season debut. All right, we'll get you the update on Malcolm Brogdon in a couple of moments as soon as we hear word from the Pacers. Now back out to Chicago, where Andrew Wiggins is on the line. He's had himself a big night. 25 points, 8 assists. Neil Funk, Stacey King, live on Crunch Time.
I'll tell you what, they're gonna get out of here with a win, and a much-needed win for the Bulls. And this is the game they should have won. They got a tough one on Friday because that Sacramento team coming in. Don't let the record fool you.
Yeah, they're playing well.
They have a very good young team, and they got De'Aaron Fox back. He wasn't there the last time we played during that Thanksgiving run out west. Boy, he just shoved Lowry down. Wow.
Foul on Covington.
Oh my goodness.
We'll walk to the other end with 12.7 left, but it's a moot point. Bulls up 7. And Dunn's going to shoot some more free throws here.
I tell you, Lowry got assaulted.
And he's letting the official know it.
Yeah, he just got shoved out of bounds. We'll see it after this free throw. It happened so fast I didn't really get a chance to see who it was. I just saw him going flying out of bounds.
Dunn makes the free throw. There's a look.
It's Covington. Covington's the assailant. As he fouls Dunn too.
Yeah, he got 2 for the price of 1.
Oh my goodness.
The one he fouled Lowry, that wasn't called, but he fouled Dunn. That was called.
No foul here. No foul here.
To Town. Town's a drive and a dunk contested.
Drive home safely.
5.4.
BB.
And a timeout, Jim Boylan. And Ryan Saunders not happy about it.
Well, how about that timeout from Jim Boylan?
Always teaching. Always teaching.
I guess. Bulls just a matter of seconds away from securing a victory. Here's an update from Golden State. Utah's won 17 of its last 19. Rudy Gobert, 7 points, 6 rebounds in the first quarter.
He's on the MVP ladder now, you know.
Is he really?
You know that.
Where was he last week?
Number 8. Defensive-minded player climbing his way into the mixture.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Did you put him on one of your 3 front court players on your starting Western Conference All-Star ballot?
Now that's another conversation that we'll have after my ballot's revealed.
Gotcha.
No, I didn't.
Okay. I would imagine not. If you admitted it, if you would. All right, after the teaching lesson from Jim Boylan, Chicago, let's catch the final few seconds. More Zion updates to come. Plus, Malcolm Brogdon going down with an injury. We'll get you an update on that coming up here in a matter of moments. Live on Crunch Time. Back out to Neil Funk and Stacey King for what we hope to be the conclusion.
Looking, they flip it into Zach. And Minnesota had no timeouts left. So, Bulls win 117 to 110 as they defeat the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Bulls build up a big lead in the first half of night.
But you have to wonder if Ryan Saunders is asking, why'd you call that timeout there? Minnesota's lost 7 in a row. Here's Patty Mills for the San Antonio Spurs. He's got 8 points. Zion, 1 for 2, 2 points. We're coming back with more updates from this 12-game night. We'll